Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Homebrew on the 3DS. Don't mind my low battery. It'll probably die in the middle of the video, no big deal. But, yeah, I wanted to show a bit of Homebrew with the TubeHax and IronHax running. So, TubeHax is quite easy to do. And you can only do IronHax if you already have Ironfall installed, because Nintendo took it off the eShop after they're like, oh no, people can do Homebrew. So, my list of Homebrew. So I just got the starter pack, region-free launcher, 3DS home menu extra data tool, a Game Boy Advanced emulator, which I don't have the BIOS, and I quite honestly don't feel like pirating a BIOS. What else do I have? I have, FT Brony, which is just an FTP server, IronHax installer, head tracking demo only for the new 3DS, and this is clearly not a new 3DS. Yeti 3DS is like, it seems to me like a port of the Quake engine. 3DS Craft, that does not seem to want to work. Homebrew browser, I can't get to work either. Now, the last two are actually fairly interesting. So I have Portal 3DS, which is quite cool. Hang on a second. Adjust this. This is going to be fairly awkward controlling, but I'll give this a shot anyway. Hope you can still see. So it's very, very smooth, as you can see, like 60 FPS smooth. Yeah, it renders in 3D. As you can see it moving back and forth rapidly. That's from the 3D effect turning on. Now, it does have sound actually, which I found out most Homebrew does not. So that's fairly interesting. So yeah, I don't really want to get into much gameplay right now, but you get the idea. So when you quit this game, it actually does not go back to the Homebrew menu, which is, I found to be strange. But instead, you have to shut it off completely, which is weird. I don't know why, but whatever. So yeah, the next one, I think, will hit home for a lot of, like, classic gamers, classic PC gamers, and you'll see why here in a second. It's an emulator, but it emulates one game in particular. So, whenever it decides to load, that'd be wonderful. One thing I should mention, in case you didn't already know, the TubeHax only works if you have an internet connection, and it blocks access to the Nintendo update servers and the eShop and stuff, because you have to change DNS and redirect you to their custom YouTube website. But if you happen to have a copy of Ironfall, then you can use the installer for IronHax and do it offline whenever. Here we go. Okay. So, I'll show you all the way down. Hopefully it won't die. Whenever. Okay, here we go. Called PR Boom. And it's a Doom emulator. It runs Doom, which I thought was kind of cool. So, give it a second to load. I haven't been able to get custom WAD files running, because I saw a Halo custom WAD, and I was like, oh, that is the greatest thing ever. And, so, I think there's a config file you have to edit. I looked on the SD card everywhere, I couldn't find it. But, I guess somebody made a fork of the GitHub distro and made their own version with the config file working. So I'm going to have to check that out. Pardon my coughing. I still have a bit of a cold, but hopefully that'll get better as time goes on. So, yeah, you can use the touchscreen as the mouse, where moving it up and down moves you forward and back, and then left and right is left and right. Or you can use the buttons, which I thought was a lot cooler. Left and right on the circle pad is left and right, forward and back is forward and back. There's no audio for this one, but I think the other GitHub distro also fixed that, or the GitHub version, the fork, also fixed that. But, yeah, so A is action, B is shoot, D-pad switches through the weapons and your fist and stuff. And, yeah, everything works. You can use Free Doom, Doom 1, Doom 2, the Doom shareware, and there's like 2 other versions. I can't remember what they were now. But if you just place the WAD in and call it like Doom 1 or Doom 2.wad, it'll execute that on boot. So, I mean, it runs quite well. Again, the audio I think is fixed in the other version, which I'll definitely try out. And yeah, and it's really fun. I mean, I'm only 15, and I still enjoy classic games like this, because, I mean, where do you think all the CODs and Halos and all the modern FPSs came from? Came from here, Quake and Doom. I don't know, I just find it cool. So anyway, this runs pretty well. I've probably said that about 1,000,000 times already, but I'm quite impressed, actually. The frame rate on the 3DS, it's like 45, 50 FPS if you don't cap it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you in the next video.